Let's be honest for a second, we all have that one dream, don't we? It's the one where our money isn't just sitting there collecting dust in a savings account. It's the dream where our money is out there working harder than we are, pulling a double shift, maybe even a triple shift. We imagine a future where we aren't constantly worried about the next bill or the next big expense. Instead, we picture our bank balance growing quietly and consistently, like a well-tended plant reaching for the sun. This isn't about getting rich overnight with some shady scheme, it's about smart, steady growth. It's about achieving financial freedom, 1 rupee at a time. The thought of doubling your money can seem like something reserved for stock market gurus or financial wizards you see on TV. It feels like a complex world filled with confusing charts, complicated jargon, and risks that are just too big for the average person. But what if I told you that it doesn't have to be that way? What if there was a simple, almost ridiculously easy mental shortcut that could help you understand how your money grows? A tool so powerful yet so simple that you could use it in less than 10 minutes to make better financial decisions for the rest of your life. So what is this magical rule of 72? It sounds more like a secret agent's code name than a financial tool, but I promise it's much simpler. The rule of 72 is a quick and dirty way to estimate how many years it takes for an investment to double, given a fixed annual rate of interest. That's it. No complicated spreadsheets, no scientific calculators, just simple division. The formula is as straightforward as it gets. Take the number 72, divide it by the interest rate you are earning. The result is the approximate number of years for your initial investment to become twice its size. The beauty of the rule of 72 is its accessibility. It demystifies compounding, which Einstein supposedly called the eighth wonder of the world. Think of it as a financial Swiss Army knife, a versatile tool you can whip out anywhere. Sitting with a bank manager offering a new product? Use the rule of 72 in your head. It cuts through marketing jargon and sales pitches to reveal raw potential. A mental model that once learned sticks with you and guides better financial decisions. Theory is great, but let's see how this works in the real world with some numbers we can all relate to. Let's say you have 50,000 rupees that you want to invest. You go to your local bank, and they offer you a fixed deposit with an annual interest rate of 6%. You want to know how long it will take for your 50,000 rupees to become 1 lakh. This is where you pull out the rule of 72. You take the number 72 and divide it by the interest rate, which is 6. 72 divided by 6 equals 12. That means it will take approximately 12 years for your money to double at a 6% rate. Your friend mentions a balanced mutual fund that is given around 9% per year. You want to compare this with your bank fixed deposit. 72 divided by 9 equals 8. So with the mutual fund, your 50,000 could double in just 8 years. That's 4 years faster than the fixed deposit. Suddenly the power of a slightly higher interest rate becomes crystal clear. It's not just a few extra rupees per year, it's years of your life you get back. Imagine an equity mutual fund aiming for 12% per year. 72 divided by 12 equals 6. Your investment could double in just 6 years. Look at the difference. 12 years at 6%, 8 years at 9%, and 6 years at 12%. This rule also works the other way. Say you want to double your money in 10 years for your child's education. Divide 72 by 10, that gives you 7.2%. You now have a clear target. Find investments averaging at least 7.2% per year. These quick calculations give you an intuitive grasp of time versus rate. It's a game changer. Use it to plan realistic goals and compare options in seconds. Keep this in your toolkit. Rate and time are a two-way street. The rule of 72 isn't just for investments. Its application is much broader. Think inflation, economic growth, salary increases, anything that compounds. If average inflation is 6% per year, how long until purchasing power halves? 72 divided by 6 equals 12. In 12 years, Rs 1000 buys what Rs 500 buys today. This shows why keeping money idle loses value. You can also use it to estimate how quickly a country's economy doubles. At 8% growth, 72 divided by 8 is 9 years. If you expect 10% annual raises, 72 divided by 10 is 7.2 years to double your salary. Use this mental model for investments, the cost of living, economic growth, or your income potential. It clarifies big-picture thinking. See the world through compounding, and you make better choices. It makes fuzzy dreams into actionable plans. Keep this rule handy. It translates abstract numbers into clear expectations and targets. Alright, now that you're comfortable with the rule of 72, let's get practical. First step. Use it as a comparison tool when you see different investment options. Option A offers 7%, about 10 years to double. Option B offers 10%, about 7 years. That 2-second calculation gives a clear picture of long-term potential. Next, use it to set realistic, time-bound goals. Instead of, I want to be rich, say, I want to double 2 lakh rupees in 8 years. That means you need approximately 9% per year. Now you know what to search for. Filter out options that can't hit that target and focus on those that can. Thirdly, use the rule as a risk filter. If someone promises doubling in 2 years, that implies 36% annual returns. Alarm bells should ring. That level of guaranteed return is rare and often a scam. Finally, use it to stay motivated. Building wealth is a marathon, not a sprint. When markets dip, remember your long-term doubling timeline and avoid panic selling. Use the rule to set targets, manage expectations, and build disciplined habits. Next, where to park your money depending on goals and risk appetite. You know you need a good interest rate, but where do you actually find it? Let's break down common categories in India. The safest option is the bank fixed deposit. Major banks might offer around 6 to 7.5%. At 7%, your money doubles in about 10 years. Slow but reliable. PPF is government-backed and currently around 7.1%. Tax efficient too. Debt mutual funds and gov securities can offer 7 to 8%, a middle ground. At 8%, money doubles in about 9 years. For longer horizons and higher risk appetite, equity mutual funds are the route. Historically, diversified equity funds have averaged 12 to 15% over long periods. At 12%, money can double in about 6 years, where compounding shines. These returns are not guaranteed. Equity comes with volatility. Your allocation depends on age, goals, and risk comfort. Younger people can take more equity risk. Those near retirement prefer stability. Create a balanced portfolio that aligns with your needs. Use the rule to understand the risk-reward trade-off for each option. Build a portfolio that suits you and revisit it periodically. Next, common mistakes people make with the Rule of 72. The Rule of 72 is fantastic, but it has limits. Biggest blunder, forgetting it's just an estimate. It works best between roughly 5 and 15%. Outside that range, accuracy drops. It's a shortcut, not a precise financial calculator. Another mistake, ignoring taxes. Quoted returns are often pre-tax. If you're in a 30% tax bracket, a 7% FD is closer to 4.9% post-tax. That pushes doubling time to over 14 years. A big difference. People also forget the rule assumes a fixed rate, which markets rarely provide. A fund might be plus 30% one year and minus 10% the next. 12% is a long-term average. When you say money doubles in 6 years at 12%, understand that's an average projection. It won't happen like clockwork. Maintain a long-term perspective. A critical error, applying the rule without considering inflation. If prices double too, your purchasing power hasn't improved. Always look at the real rate of return, nominal minus inflation. That tells you how quickly your actual wealth and buying power grow. Use the rule wisely. It's a starting point, not the final answer. The Rule of 72 is a double-edged sword. While it's great for investments, it's terrifying when applied to debt. Credit card debt compounds against you. 3% a month is about 36% a year. Terrifying when compounded. Apply 72 divided by 36, the answer is 2. If you make no payments, your balance can double in just 2 years. That festive 50,000 can become a 1 lakh burden in a short time. Minimum payments are a trap. They let interest compound and the debt snowballs. Pay off expensive loans quickly. Make debt repayment a priority. High-cost borrowing wrecks your savings faster than you think. Use the Rule of 72 defensively. Calculate how quickly a loan doubles to judge its cost. Is the convenience worth a debt that doubles in 5 or 6 years? Often, no. Master both sides, compounding for you and compounding against you, to secure lasting financial health. We covered the Rule of 72, how to use it for investments, inflation, and debt. It's a small idea with outsized impact, a compass for your financial choices. Start today. Calculate where your money is parked and ask, how long until it doubles? Make small, smart choices consistently. The journey has just begun.